Let's get right to it. Right now, the radar very active both east and west across the state, and these thunderstorms will sit out over the open water as we wait for things to heat up inland, and then we'll see those showers and thunderstorms develop later on today. Now, the thunderstorm that is putting down the lightning that we've been seeing from that camera out on Pine Island is about 35 miles offshore and beginning to show signs of weakening just a bit, and the rest of us are dry. But boy, we've got some fog to talk about in a minute, and that's because we had some heavy rain between I-75 and US 27. Yesterday, officially in the rain gauge at Page Field, we had over a ½ inch. It helps. We've been talking about the deficit being 15.5 inches, and it is still over 15. We have a long way to go, but it's days like this that we need to dump some rain. Now, there were some surrounding areas yesterday that picked up over 2 inches, and we're going to do it again today. Let's walk you through lunchtime. Like yesterday, any afternoon errands you got to go are just fine. We'll be dry. But by the time we get towards 3 o'clock, showers, thunderstorms start to develop, and they're going to be with us through 5. You see how widespread they get. And matter of fact, by 7, 8 o'clock, we'll still see some wet weather anywhere from the lake all the way out towards the Lee Islands, and it will start to taper off after 10 o'clock. And by all means, I hope it continues all night long. A nice light to moderate shower event is what we need, and this cold front's going to help us out. Now, the fog we've been dealing with has mostly been inland here this morning, and you can see that visibility here between LaBelle and Immokalee now down to 0, and the fog starting to creep along the Caloosahatchee, where visibility is between a mile and a quarter from Lehigh to 2.5 in the Cape. And our temperatures this morning in the mid-70s, a couple of upper 70s there. Dew point value still fairly high. 75 is where we put it on the top of our muggy meter. So our forecast high today will be right around our average of 90. Factor in the humidity and it will feel closer to 100 down in Collier County. The rest of us mid to upper 90s. Now, as far as our record on the state is 95, we're finally going to see our temperatures near normal because of the cold front, and it's draped right there across the southern half of the state. Now, some things to talk about here because we've got 2 more days of fairly high rain chances before changes arrive on Friday. Today, we've got widespread rain from Tampa all the way down through the East Coast. And then tomorrow, as we see our winds start to shift a little bit, the showers and thunderstorms could arrive just a little earlier. And then here comes dry air being wrapped around a low that's going to develop and move towards the Carolinas. And that could allow for a fairly nice weekend with the start of fall officially happening on Saturday. So Hurricane Nigel has winds of 100 miles per hour. This one's going to continue to move safely through the North Atlantic. Shipping lanes only, remnant low by the weekend. We have one other area coming off the coast of Africa, still has a 70% chance of developing. We'll watch this one as it's likely to become the next depression or named storm. This is the area the National Hurricane Center still has a 30% chance of developing. I'm going to show you the high resolution model here for the next 3 days. And keep your eye in this vicinity because it's going to give us showers and storms here today and tomorrow. But watch the spin right there. And that's the indication that we could see a subtropical system moving away from us. That's going to pull dry air in. Look what it does here to the 7-day forecast as we'll get a little bit cooler here Friday and Saturday, mostly dry. Lows overnight down near 70.